Who's up, home slices? Homeboys, homegirls? All the smooth ones? The intergalactical smooth operators? Today's topic is the full moon report. Guess what? As the new moon has opened the gates, the floodgates of everything upon us, during these days of the full moon, we are sensitive, we are open, we need to listen to one another. Friendships end for the following reason: when the opposite side does not listen, there will be splits. It was a long time and a long term and a test to see if that couldn't integrate, would understand your point of view or sense you. And if they can't do that no longer, well, it's time to move on. And it's not a loss, it's more of a gain. The full moon suggests mental mastery. You've been all over the place, you've been in confusion, you've been in a lot of thought parameters that didn't serve you well. So what happens to cars break down, internet doesn't work, our momentum of motion is slowed down to remind us, chill out, chill out, chill out. Come to terms with yourself, listen to yourself, feel yourself, and master your emotions. Master your mental capacity to understand emotional aspects that are governing you. So it seems, because they're not. You govern. You are the observer. You are in the neutral. You don't need a cult, a tag, a team, a group, or whatever label one might look for to find freedom is. You have to find freedom within yourself first. And that what inspires freedom freely within you, that is where you can trust your instincts doing you good, where nothing has to be fulfilled, nothing has to be done, but you being yourself. There's no training program for this, what's happening right now. The only thing there is right now is the truth, and as the truth reveals itself before you, you vibrationally begin to match that what is designed for you. And I'm getting slow and almost quiet because it's so beautiful out here, that I again learn to enjoy the silence, because then I have the capacity to hear myself, and so do you. And this is what this full moon is about: mental mastery. Organization, organization, organization. Get the clutter out the way. You used to create a lot of thought parameters, and you were busy in a lot of ways creating clutter and putting obstacles in your way, sabotaging yourself. And then you get pissed because it doesn't work. Well, you did it to yourself. You have to be clear in your mind. I think I hear a ship. That at times happened. I hope I have that on camera, because sometimes I hear that voice and people tell me they don't hear it, or they tell me it's an airplane. And I don't hear an airplane, and I don't see one in the sky. But at least I'm glad you witnessed that. So sorry for the interruption. Just as the sound, expect the veil to get thinner and signs are being more evident for you and more clear that you are on your way, you are on your path, and you're doing good, and we're happy. But it has to be done tangibly, if that's the correct term for that. Bring something into form. It's not just praying or talking about things that might exist, like abilities that you have in the fourth dimensional realms. These are just ifs. These are just constructs of imagination that are not here. Always know that reality is here. If there's anything you want to match that you see up in your headspace or in your creator or your workspace, in your creative space, you need to train that here. And each and every one has a different training program. So it's up to you how you look at the signs and how this will unfold in 212, because it's here. We're doing it now. We're ascending. No doom and gloom in World War III and everything they try to project and whatever vision those people claim they have had, or even remote viewers. Because one thing is that people do not pay attention to. The future is not an absolute. It's not a fixed point. There are probabilities. There are possibilities in moments, in time and space. But right now, all of these predictions are not. And in my mind, I project a future where Earth is exactly where it is at, that everybody wakes up, everybody begins to thrive, everybody steps into their power. Nobody has to look for a leader. We all look for inspiration. And as I say, some follow leaders, others follow directions. And those who have the freedom to make a choice to follow their inner direction, they know this feels good and you're in the right to do it. What I say, there is destructive, there is creative. So in my opinion, I believe, or I'm convinced, or I can feel, there are things that upset me and there are things that make me happy within me. And not to ignore the world or be superficial, we can go by what makes us happy. So think about yourself, organize yourself, structure yourself, and focus on the endeavors that actually prosper us. And those that are not, very quick you'll see it won't work. It will not work. Whatever you put up, whatever money you try to put up, whatever front or whatever facade, whatever you try to emulate, it won't work. You have to be authentic right now. You have to be in the now. You have to represent that what is right now in truth, tangible here, And then it will be evident what magic is, so you can understand what magic is as in laws of life and how that takes place. So this is your new moon message. On that note, I thank you for listening, and I will see you when I see you in the now. Infinite light.